All right. Now I've taken some video on my other phone of how I cannot pick up my Wi-Fi off here at Dunkin' Donuts. But since I've been here, I've been trying to get their Wi-Fi installed back up for about an hour. I can't do it. They keep holding it. But since I've been here, just about everybody walk past has a book bag. And as I said earlier this morning, I can see if they have book bags at the college, like, but for everybody else to be having book bags is kind of out of the ordinary. I take a video about people. See how many people everybody walks past across the street and on this side has a book bag. Hold on one minute. Now, as I said earlier, I'm still spitting up that stuff. As I said earlier, at the college it looked normal, but it didn't look out of the ordinary. But everywhere I go, even when I was in my apartment, everybody that walks past has a book bag. Book bags, book bags. So what are they carrying in these book bags? I made a video last year about, in a 20-minute period, there were about 60 people having big bags and wearing book bags. Some of them got two and three book bags going past me. Now, downtown, in the downtown shopping area, everybody with luggage and book bags is out of the ordinary. And YouTube erased that video. But they didn't slow down. But I guess there goes the guy across the street with a book bag. I guess there goes the lady with a big bag. The lady across the street has luggage and a big bag, book bag. Um, I lost my train of thought. But since I can't load this, obviously they want me to take a video of these people with the book bags because they always send me in another direction where I can get other information. There's another book bag, book bag, book bag, book bag. So whatever they're doing, they're getting weaker because they have to have more and more book bags on me. There's two or three people in here that has book bags. Oh, well, I stayed out all day trying to give Miss Ella her space. As she said, she'll hold my. I'm going to have to eventually find somewhere uh, to sleep, but I'm not worried again, guys. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm telling you, I don't feel any stress. I am not worried. Look at them book bags across the street. I am not worried because I know whatever God has my back. This is just I'm walking on faith, and I know He has never lied to me. He has always had my back. This is something that I have to go through to record the adventures of all these things, of the atrocities and the satanic system that we're in today. Oh, and let me tell you the story how I know. Look, she got two bags. She got a book bag. Let me tell you the story how I know God got my back no matter what. And I know it's hard to believe, but they have some people try to take my life, as I explained earlier on one of the videos. And at one point, you can see these were professional pro hitmen. But for some reason, God touched them, and you could see the fear in their face, and they got off that L immediately. But these were pros. But that was another time. Now, that first night, these pros and a bunch of other folks were after me, but God helped me up. And then I had spent some time with my cousin, then I wound back up on the L. And this particular night, I had decided that I wasn't going to let them, because that first night I stayed woke all night and all morning. I think I got on the L about 9 o'clock, and I rolled back and forth until 6 o'clock that morning because I was scared to go to sleep because I knew they were after me. This was during the time that they had tried to kill me, and when I was visiting my brother at the hospital. But this particular night, after I said the first night, God had my back, and I knew these people, but He put the fear of the Lord in them, and I made it safely. But God always has His people to watch. But just the night before I came here, I was riding ill, and I had said that I was gonna go to sleep. I had no fear. I knew that God had my back. I said, no matter what happens, I am going to sleep. I am not going to be afraid to close my eyes on this air. Now, I saw a few individuals who I knew were on there to harm me. And one with his gun, his hand in his pocket, one, whatever weapon, no gun or knife. But I have been in this situation before, and later on I'll tell you some of the amazing things that happened. But I'm going to tell you why I have no fear of being out here. And if you notice, everybody has book bags. There goes another one. There goes one across the street. She has one. But I have no fear because what happened was I was on the L, and as I said, these young black guys, um, I knew they wanted to harm me, and I was talking. I said that I don't care what you do, I am going to sleep. And you know I do a lot of bragging about how God got me and I fear nothing. And they hate that. They hate me, two book bags, this will pass. They hate me talking about how fearless and how bold I'm going to be. So uh, he was looking at me, and I know he had his little homie on the side of me with his hand in his pocket, and I just said, I just started talking. I said, I don't care what you do. I am not afraid. God has me. I am going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. And he was on the phone because they have their phone, so somebody was communicating all the time I was talking. And I said, I'm not afraid to go to sleep that you can do anything to me. I said, what I'm afraid of is that you'll take something out of my purse, that you'll go in my purse. Because as I told you in the earlier video, while I'm asleep, they have a tendency to can keep me asleep while they go through my things. So I was saying, now I'm not afraid that you'll harm me, but I'm afraid that you'll go through my purse. And then he said, he was talking on the phone, and then I heard him tell whoever he's talking to, she's bragging. She says she's bragging. He had an attitude. She's bragging. She says she's not afraid to go to sleep. So then he told me, he said, go to sleep. He said, go to sleep if you want. He said, go to sleep. And I lay back and closed my eyes, and then I heard some commotion. And I looked up, and there was this young black guy standing by the one of the guys who had a weapon. And he told him, he said, I am tired of you messing over my people. He said, now try something. He said, try something. So if you could have seen him, you could have seen his attitude. He had the same attitude that I have sometimes when they mess with me, like, come on, I'm ready. Well, he had the same attitude. And he told him, he said, try it. He said, jump. He said, try it. And then he went to the other one, and he stood in front of him. And he moved around. He said, try it. And then he looked at me and he said, you're free now. And I don't know where this guy came from during all that time I was talking. I don't know where he was when this guy was saying go to sleep. But when I closed my eyes, all of a sudden he showed up. And I wish I had woke up when I first started hearing the commotion. But I woke up just as he was telling the guy that I'm tired of you messing over my people. And as I said, he went to two of them. And see, the police involved, and they know what's going on these L's and on these buses, but they never say anything. But he told me, he looked at me, he said, sister, he said, you're free now. And then he told me, he said, cut off the head. He said, cut off the head. Now, when he said you're free now, he just had this look, and I said, thanks, brother. But the thing is, where did this guy come from? Where did this young man come from? He just came out of nowhere. And as I said, and he threatened these guys. The police got on, the police got on with the dogs. And he acted like he wasn't afraid of. He stood at the back of the car. And they didn't say anything to him, but they just stayed on, I guess, to keep anything any altercations were going on between him and the young man who threatened me. But when he got off, he looked at me, and I said, "Thank you, brother." And he got off the car while it was still running. So I have no fear because I don't care what happens. God has my back. Because when that young man threatened me and told me, "Well, go to sleep if you want to," because he said I was bragging. I'm not worried about any of that. I have no fear out here. And have you been paying attention since I've been talking? How many people are still coming past in book bags this time of night? It's almost, I think it's almost 8 o'clock, 7 or 8 o'clock. But as I said, this is God has my back, so don't worry about me because there are supernatural things going on with me, supernatural protection that I have. So I guess I'm going to head in now and upload this video tomorrow. And you guys just believe one thing: God has you. God has you. Work. Have no fear. Have no fear in what you're doing. Now look at this person. Has 2 or 3 bags. But have no fear. Be bold in your uh, walk with God. Let them know they can't control anything. They can't. They really are. They're not in charge. They can't do any more than God lets them. And this is to teach them a lesson. And those who are not with God, who are sitting on the fence, that think they can uh, move around like they want to, and think because they go to church or pay tithes, or because they just let things happen that they want to happen. No way. God's going to punish you too. Um, there's 2 other videos that I like today, and one by Cynthia. I don't know her last name. Hold on 1 minute. They shoot me in my back. I'm gonna have to cover my back with my towel because these cotton towels seems to break up some of the energy. So when they targeted me, I had to throw it on my back on the spot that's they're targeting, and it stopped it. Not for long. They can get through sooner or later, but it stopped it for a little while. They have no power anymore. They losing more power every day. And I appreciate this time. If I had to choose any time to be in, I would choose now. I would choose now when I can really make a difference, show that this is a good fight. And if you have to fight, you might as well be in a fight you can win. You might as well be in a good fight. You understand what I'm saying? If you got to fight, the fight got to be worthwhile, where you know the outcome will be towards your favor. You might come out with some bruises and a few uh, scrapes and scars. You might even hurt a little worse, but you'll be the winner in the long run. Because no fight is going to be easy. No fight is a fight where you don't come out in some kind of hit or something. And I think I said it before. mm, Satan ain't no pushover. So you're gonna have some scars. You're gonna come out with maybe a bloody nose. But in the end, you're gonna win. You're gonna win. And they take some things out my head sometimes that I want to say, but I don't worry about it. Because even if I don't get to it now, it'll come back later. And everything is already planned. So it's not meant for me to say now. It's meant for it to come up later at the time that God wants it released. Because one time I was so angry that I wanted to argue with my boss, and they took what I wanted to say out of my head. But that was good too, because if I'd have said what I wanted to say, I'd have got fired that then and there that day. So they really helping me when they take things from them. Okay, well, since I can't load this, since they're blocking the Wi-Fi, um, I'm going to head on in. And I'll post this video tomorrow. Now, they're blocking me here at this Dunkin' Donuts, but let's see what they do at the library tomorrow. All right, you guys. I love you. Stay purple, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.